All right, so apparently JiDion has been going through some situations lately, and he's dropped a few videos on his channel. I don't really know what's going on. I see the title of this first video right now. I got exposed for faking my pred catches. So we're about to go through a little gauntlet, get through a couple of these videos that he posted. I think it's actually 3 of them total, figure out what the situation is and see for ourselves what we think. So let's get into this first video right now.
All right, y'all. I never thought I would have. Actually, I did think one day I was gonna have to make a video about this, but I didn't think it was gonna actually be my fault. So I'm here to clear the air real quick. There is a rumor going around that I fake my EDP catches, and that rumor was actually started by me because I thought people would understand sarcasm and I thought people would understand a joke, but I forgot that we are in the internet age. And we have world star hip hop people that also use the internet among us, and they don't understand sarcasm or listening comprehension. So that's my fault for thinking better of the internet. I'll never make that mistake again. But to fill you guys in on what the drama is all about, pretty much this dude right here, his name is DDG. He's one of my friends. I had called him.
I was about to say, he said this dude like he doesn't know who DDG is. I'm like, y'all know each other.
Was on live stream on Twitch. We were talking, and we've been talking for a minute about doing a pred catch and everything. And so that's where this clip comes in. So I'm gonna play this clip for you guys real quick, and this is where all the drama starts.
Man, when do you want to catch an EDP, man?
Whenever you're ready. Please, I would love to.
Yeah, I got 5 people on payroll right now. You know, I paid them like $200 each, and so they're pretty much ready whenever, you know. But I'm muted right now, right?
No.
Oh shit. Dang.
Damn, my bad.
Dang.
So yeah, so that's the clip, and the person that clipped this, his name is Clip Seasons. He titled it and said, JiDion didn't know DDG was live and accidentally.
Bro, but he has people that he obviously could be paying in the video, like the dude that does the Uber driving, which I mean, technically he's like an actor. Then he has the actual like decoys, which are actors too. So like, and he didn't even call them actors. So that just, I don't know. He seems like he's dragging that a little bit, but let's see.
Leaked. He pays actors
he's dragging that, I can't lie.
$200 each for his Catch a Predator videos. Apparently I had no idea DDG was live, even though beforehand I literally gifted him 5 gifted subs and then I called him right after. But I didn't know that he was live, and I accidentally just leaked my biggest secret.
Yeah, like this is the most serious I've ever seen JiDion on the internet. Like he is always joking if he's on the internet. Like he's literally always joking if he's on the internet. So I don't know how anyone could have took that seriously.
That I pay a whopping $200 per pred catch. But I'm here to address the elephant in the room. I do not pay anybody in my videos. I wouldn't pay these dudes a single dime. Like, I just want you guys to think about it. These dudes are the most deplorable men, you know. Some of them are trading CP. Some of them are...
Yeah, it's nasty stuff. Also, he be having cops. He be talking to, like, district attorneys and stuff. Like, how can you fake that? Like, that's kind of hard to fake.
Actually registered offenders as young as the ages of 8.
Oh,
and,
shit.
You know, they have horrible track records and stuff like that. So the fact that people would even think I would pay them just show dividends. As you guys can see by everybody in the Twitch stream, they all knew that I was obviously trolling. They all knew that I was just clip farming.
Clip farming.
That I was joking. And I bet you $100 that the person that clipped this obviously knew that I was joking. But not the people in the comment section. So we're gonna just read what a couple of the people had to say. YNT Joshi said, well, I was right again when everyone said I was crazy.
I truly hate niggas like that, bro.
Man, yeah, man, like you're definitely not crazy, bro. Obviously, these people are throwing away their life for, I guess, $200, man. We see Can't Make This Up said, I knew them issues be scripted, cause very few get sued. Whoa, can't make this up. Nothing gets past you, my G. Bro gave his life to God just to continue to lie to his audience. Lolo, ooh, you ate with that, girl. You ate, girl. You ate me up. Ooh, you left no crumbs. Beware. Real Beware says, always knew it was fake. Hey, if you guys really want to know if it was fake or not, you also could just go onto my website, edpwatch.com, for $4.45 a month and see the completely uncensored, unedited.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even need to see it, bro. Trust me, I fucking believe you. Like, trust me, I fucking believe you.
Versions of the video where it starts from the beginning to the end, but bro better be clip farming or respect. At the end, bro tried to save it and say, I pay real pedos. Oh yeah, I tried to save it. Nothing gets past you, key. Found my key. Oh, this is crazy and not surpassing. As you guys can see, we have the most intelligent people on the internet on the case for this one. I mean, you know, nothing get past them. But there's just one thing I want to show everybody on this thing. Right here, this is a guy we caught. His name is...
I was going to say there's multiple like documented cases of JiDion catching people like in a lot of different cities at this point. Like, how would you fake that? How would you fake that?
Edward Foster Jr., he was trying to meet a young cupcake. This is the subpoena I actually got to, and if you guys don't know what subpoena means, I'm going to court and I'm going to have to testify. I actually already went to pre-trial for him.
There's videos of him like being sworn in to like multiple cases too.
But now it's actually going to trial, meaning that there's going to be a jury involved. So me and Alex Rosen, we are both going to jury for Mr. Edward Foster. So, yeah, you know, he did not get $200 from us. This man right here, this is, you know, he did not get $200 from us. This man right here, this is Jason Sexton. He was charged with online solicitation of a minor, and he was also charged with possession of CP. Sadly, he did not, you know, he didn't get $200, sadly. Yeah, no. James McIrvin, he was charged with online solicitation of a minor. Yeah, he didn't, you guessed it, he didn't get $200 either. This is the Tarrant County, Texas jail, and as you guys can see, he is still in jail as right now because he hasn't posted his...
The receipts are insane right now.
...his bond. But he also was caught for online solicitation of a minor. You guessed it again, he didn't get $200. But let's continue real quick. This right here is an actual news article, KLTV 7. It says Lufkin man arrested after online group tips off police to CP. He was arrested, and I have his arrest stuff right here. Yeah, as you guys guessed it, he didn't get $200 either.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, hey, I'll give you $200. You take this 3rd-degree felony. Like, and niggas actually believe this shit. Like, you couldn't take the 2 seconds to just do your research, bro. Come on.
Actually doesn't even
like I know this passively from just watching the damn videos and like searching up the people or the cases after the fact. Like, I'm not saying you got to do all that, but like, bro, just don't let your brain be smooth. Read a book every once in a while, my brother.
Have a bond, so he is stuck in jail, and he's charged with a 3rd-degree felony. But as you guys guessed it, because you guys are actually the smart ones, no, he didn't get $200. But you know what? Just for the naysayers and stuff, let's continue. This right here is Jacob Harris.
Nah, if you haven't seen the video where he caught this dude, that shit was crazy, bro. There's no way he paid this guy $200, bro. This man crawled in the roof trying to escape out of a hotel. Yeah, nah, bro, not 200.
We actually caught him. He actually posted bail, sadly, but he is actually a registered offender and actually has a victim. And as you can guess, no, he did not get paid either. No. But we're gonna continue though, just for the naysayers, just in case, you know, I don't want to leave any doubt.
I didn't realize he was just posting it on the community post on his channel too. Like, damn, niggas are really stupid on the internet. That's crazy.
This right here, this is Peerless Smith. He was charged with online solicitation of a minor, and he still hasn't posted bail, and he's still currently in jail. And as you guessed it again, no, he didn't get paid either. This is Brian Brown. He was actually a registered offender, and as you guessed it, he's still in jail, and no, he hasn't posted bail either. You know, I know he looks like a great actor and looks like he would have an IMDb page, but no. And this is Mr. Robert James Burns. He was charged with possession of CP, and yeah, he's still in jail. He has a $0 bond because he can't bail out. And no, he didn't get paid either. So the point that I'm trying to make here is don't discredit the work that me and my team do. Just because these other prey catchers might fake their stuff doesn't mean I do. And just to let you guys know, I work with the best of the best. I work with Alex Rose.
I love those smooth brains that just think everything that they see on the internet that's like documentation style or like reality style is fake. Like you're so intelligent, bro. No evidence, you're just saying shit on the internet. Like I love those guys. You're such a benefit to society. Like thank you for all the hard work you do. Keep it up. Sherlock Holmes.
I work with Skeeter Jean, and I work with Oma. And I promise you, out of those three, they have been doing this for years. They would know if I were faking a prey catch. And I don't think they would want to collab with me and tell me I'm doing a great job if they thought I was doing such things. And so I just say all this to say, you know, that was a horrible clip farm on my end. I thought people would understand sarcasm.
Bro said L clip farm.
They obviously don't, but just in case, you know, I'm gonna just show just one more, just so I can ram home the point that no, this is sadly, it is sad, but it's all real. This is Alvin Rogers. I actually testified in court for him in his pre-trial, and his trial's gonna actually be starting soon too. And no, as you guessed it, he did not receive any funds. But I say all that to say I will never fake any
Bro said I was in a JiDion video and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
My prey catches. I have too much integrity. I want to get these monsters off the streets. I wish every person I went up to would get arrested, but you know, that's just not how the world works. But yeah, to the World Star Hip Hop folks that believe all the headlines and everything, I guess I did a good job and you got trolled, but sadly, no. I do this for real. I never fake anything, and there will never be an instance of you finding out of me faking anything because, shocker, I have integrity, and shocker, I actually want these monsters to be arrested. So I'm gonna be done joking. I'm not gonna be joking around anymore because obviously the internet can't handle that. We're gonna be getting you guys a new episode this Thursday, so be on the lookout for that.
Yes, sir. It is Thursday today.
So much. Have a blessed day. Peace.
I'm not gonna lie. JiDion, that's a great start. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so the next video was he was on the news, I think. Oh, so he dropped a new video yesterday, so we're not gonna do that now. Usually he drops it on Thursday, but he dropped it on Wednesday. That's crazy. So we're gonna have to circle back around to that, but okay. So
and we're back now with new reporting on how a suspected child predator was caught before it was too late. Accomack County deputies arrested 20-year-old Matthew Thomas at the library in Parksley. But it was someone in law enforcement who got the conversation started. 10 of your side's Ashley Knight spoke with a man who said his group was instrumental in helping police arrest Thomas. Ashley?
These are all paid actors, by the way. These are all paid actors, obviously. He paid all these people. He set up this fake news studio. He set up the fake website. He set up the fake. It's all fake.
Well, Tom, I talked with JiDion Adams. He runs an organization called EDP Watch. His team is stationed across the U.S. and
the unironic use of EDP Watch on like something that's nationally syndicated is absolutely hilarious to me.
They pose as decoys, pretending to be minors to obtain evidence from these predators and then hand everything over to police.
The reason why I feel so passionately about this is because I feel like children are the most defenseless people on this earth.
JiDion Adams has helped catch predators since 2022. One of his decoys lives near Accomack County, specializing in catching predators on Roblox, an online game for children. Adams says Matthew Thomas started messaging his decoy, who was posing as a 12-year-old girl.
And actually, after learning that the decoy was 12 years old, he then got even more sexual and started sending explicit pictures of himself and explicit videos, and was solicited to have a meet.
His team,
that's crazy though,
documents everything to keep on a hard drive as evidence to make things easy for investigators.
Our decoys are trained to pretty much have the predators talk to a wall. You know, we don't really engage in the sexual talk. We let them talk like that.
The decoy and Thomas plan to meet at the library in Parksley. That's where Adams was waiting for him.
We obviously tell them that they can leave whenever they want. This is just a heart-to-heart conversation.
Okay, so you think you would have had sex with her if she was here?
At one point during the chat, Adams gives the cue to call police.
But he was very honest. He did say that he did want to do those things. And after he was Mirandized to the police officers, everything that he told me, he told them, and it's also on their body cams.
He says it's alarming how many predators
that cop's an actor
are out there preying on minors, and that parents need to be alert.
These predators know that kids are on there, and these predators know how to talk to them. These predators are very manipulative.
This was Thomas's first arrest, but Adams says statistically, those accused of sex crimes have already victimized one or two others before they're caught. Ashley Knight, 10 on your side.
Damn. Yep. It's fake. They're actors. All right, but then something else must have happened. So this is the one I watched last week, which was actually a banger. So we're about to see what the JiDion situation is right now. I don't know, like, actually what he's talking about, because it can't be the thing he was just talking about with the clip farming. So I don't know what this is about to be about, bro, but let's just get into it.
Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? Your boy's getting canceled again. You know, we got this YouTuber here. His name is August the Duck, and he titled his video, "This Prey Catcher Has Gone Too Far." And funny enough, this is actually his second video that he's made about me. You know, he double backed on your boy, and basically the thing that he's made about me.
Wow, I can already tell this guy's a dickhead.
You know, he double backed on your boy, and basically the thing that he critiques about me in this video is the thing that you would just least believe. Like, you would think out of all the things you can critique about my prey catches, the thing that he actually goes in and harps about is like, what? But man,
is it that you joke too much, or that you're mean to them, like, or that you're not empathetic to them, or that it's good. I swear to God, it's about to be something very stupid. I swear to God, it is.
Without further ado, let's get into this, man, and let's see what he got to say.
Now, we've talked many times about content creators who make content.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this guy. I already know what kind of vibe this guy is on. Fake intellectual, fake investigator. I want to be Sherlock Holmes ass nigga, bro. I swear to God, bro. I know the type.
And that is thinly veiled as this attempt to like better society or benefit the people around them, when in reality, the only reason that content is being made is because it's benefiting the person who makes it. It's not helping out the people that they claim it is, and a lot of times it's actually at their expense. And one of the most common kinds of content that I see this problem arise is with the whole predator catching genre that seems to be pretty popular these days. And today, I feel like I have some pretty strong evidence that one of the biggest guys who does this is maybe not in it for the right reasons.
So Duck, the commentary YouTuber who makes videos about Jack Doherty and multiple videos about me and internet drama, says that he has solid evidence that shows that I am not in this for the quote-unquote right reasons. Really, in this instance, the only opinions that matter to me and that I actually would take to heart is what my audience thinks, what my family thinks, what the police departments think, and most importantly, what my peers that are also in the prey catching community think. Those are the opinions that I care about, and I think that those go way further than a commentary YouTuber, but let's get into his evidence.
Basically, I don't really think the whole predator catching genre of content is one that really belongs on YouTube. I don't really think it's
why there are like a whole bunch of videos of Chris Hansen's old stuff and the new stuff he was doing. Like, why is it specifically JiDion? Like, why?
One that should be made at all.
So Duck, you don't think that this content should be made at all, but on your channel, Chris Hansen is actually one of your favorite
That's what I'm like. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on, bro. Why is it specifically JiDion? I wonder why. I know why. I wonder why though. I know why though. I know why. I know why you have such a problem with it, bro.
And you make multiple videos about him. And I saw this clip of you saying this right here.
I used to cover the show To Catch a Predator quite often. I love that show. I think it's morbidly hilarious. And I think what Chris Hansen did was very valuable.
So help me out real quick, Duck. I don't know if you know this, but Chris Hansen actually posts all his catches on YouTube. So my question to you is, should Chris Hansen stop posting these catches?
No, of course not. And you know why he doesn't have a problem with Chris Hansen. Hey, I'm not gonna say it, but we all know why, all right? Ain't no elephant in the room. This is a fucking 3-year-old could tell you what the problem here is. It ain't the fact that he thinks JiDion is doing it for the wrong reason. So you think Chris Hansen's not getting paid for those views? You think Chris Hansen's not getting sponsorships? The problem is not that you don't think the content should be on YouTube, bro. Be so serious. I know what the problem is. I know what the actual problem is.
On YouTube, and also, should he stop doing it entirely?
I don't really think it's one that should be made at all.
You see, I'm in the belief that this is a very, very dangerous rhetoric, because just on my channel alone, we have caught multiple registered offenders that have actual victims that have been let out and are trying to do it again. So I know you're in the belief that, you know, predator catchers really don't help anything, but, you know, I think me and my audience are in the belief that we do help. I mean, if you guys watch my videos, we literally have police commending us on the work that we do.
Look, man, so I respect the hell out of what y'all do, because I agree with it 100%. Like, these guys, those type of people need to get caught. So I'm going to do my justice and write up what I know and everything like that.
Y'all be safe, man, doing this, man.
Well, yes, sir. Thank you. Do you guys need anything else from us?
I'll give you a call.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro, be safe. Good job, guys. Another one bites the dust.
Thank you.
And then, not even addressing me, there's multiple channels out there with 100+ convictions, not arrest, conviction. Alex Rosen, People vs. Predators, Black Hebrew. These men all together have almost over 500 convictions of predators that are trying to prey on children. I think that is something that should stay on YouTube, and I think that is something that should be created. And I mean, Duck, if we weren't able to post these on YouTube, and if we weren't able to create them, how else would you react to these Chris Hansen videos, man?
To Catch a Predator might just be one of the greatest TV shows ever created.
Stop the cap.
But before we begin, I want to talk about today's video sponsor, MyHeritage.
Not this guy putting sponsors on his own. You're not doing it for the right reasons. Oh, it's the pot calling the kettle black, except he's like imagining the pot being there, because what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you waffling about, gang?
Oh, no. We're not gonna give you no ad time here, but this ad is gonna come up later. Trust me.
What up? What the? That's a long ad. What the hell?
And let's get back to it.
That was like 6 or 8x speed, and it was still so long.
Personally, I'm of the opinion that people really shouldn't be taking the law into their own hands, especially when it comes to something as sensitive as this.
I just love that he's trying to make this point, because the point of a vigilante is someone that takes the law into their own hand. But the thing about people like me, Oma, Skeeter, Alex, is we don't take the law into our own hands. We report everything to the police.
They literally are not vigilantes at all. Like in the last episode, the DA or the DA's assistant was trying to call him like a vigilante when they are literally not vigilantes. They called the cops and they work with multiple police departments.
We are snitches. We love the police. That's why every single video, we always get the police involved.
Yep.
Now, I got a question for you guys. If someone had a drug dealer hit them up, and said drug dealer said, hey, I want to meet you here to sell you drugs, and you got to go meet them there, and they confess to you to everything, saying, yes, I have the drugs and I do want to sell it to you. You then call the police, and the police arrive and they arrest them. Are you a vigilante, or are you just a citizen reporting a crime? It's the same thing with these EDPs. They come out, they admit that they're coming to
That's actually a really good analogy.
meet a young cupcake, and all we do is just report it to the authorities. We are just citizens.
Do I support the guys who are doing stuff like that? Well, no, not really. But also, I don't really care if you find yourself in a situation like that, because you shouldn't have been putting yourself in a situation like that. So don't get me wrong, the treatment or like the consequences that these guys face is not the issue I have with this content. If anything, it's really the lack of consequences that they face and the reasons that the guys making this content are doing it. Some are better than others, don't get me wrong. Some of these channels seem to have managed to get in with local law enforcement, or they've developed.
JiDion has literally gotten in with multiple local law enforcement agencies, like actual police departments, actual district attorney's offices. He's been sworn in multiple cases. My brother in Christ, what the fuck are you waffling about right now?
Developed a better understanding of what exactly they need for the cops to actually be able to do something, but still, you should probably just be leaving this kind of shit up to, you know, law enforcement.
I mean, I agree as well. I wish that all these dudes would face legal consequences. From all the groups that I've worked with, from Oma to Skeeter to Alex to so many others of my decoys that do it on their own, I know that every single case is solid and these dudes are guilty and they should all be convicted. But you're making it out here seeming like, yo, these dudes are just getting out scot-free and, you know, there's no consequences. Brother, this video that you made is about me. So me alone, I have almost 4 million subscribers, and each of my videos literally get millions upon millions of views just on YouTube. That's not even counting Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, all those other
all
platforms.
The clipping.
So you're telling me that a guy that's getting blasted out to millions upon millions of people to be known as a predator, that isn't a consequence? I don't know about that. But
nah, he's spitting. He's making very, like, when JiDion really gets serious, bro, he be getting serious, bro. I fuck with this.
Because a lot of the times these guys aren't working with the police, or they don't get the right information, they don't capture the right evidence, and all they've done is create a more careful predator who's gonna face no consequences. And if you can't understand why people creating more careful and more aware predators while they're trying to put predators behind bars is a bad thing, well, don't know how to explain that one to you.
Well, I don't know how to explain to you that it's hard to be a careful predator when everybody in the world knows that you're a predator, but I can't explain that one to you.
But like I was saying, one of the main issues I have with this kind of content, and what we're really talking about today, is I think a lot of the guys who do this almost forget, I guess, what exactly it is they're doing and what the goal really should be. Because like I was saying earlier, I think a lot of these dudes end up doing this only to benefit themselves, not really to protect potential victims of child predators. And to sort of highlight this, we're going to be looking at this clip from our old friend JiDion.
So now that he's about to talk about me, there's a couple things that I realized while watching his video that I wanted to point out to you guys. In this particular video, sadly, we did not get the arrest, but we did call the authorities, they did put him in cuffs, and they did take his phone and everything, and they made a report about him. But what I realized is in August's video, he never at one point showed any of the police presence in the original video. All he showed in the background is just me talking to the guy. So I just find it funny how he talks about, yeah, they never get police involved or anything like that. And while he's showing a visual representation of no police getting involved, when in fact in the original video we did have police involved. And I also
it's literally the highlight of the video for that specific video. I remember going back and watching it again. Like the highlight of the video, the part that has the most retention is literally when the cops pull up, because it's so funny, because then like a school bus of kids pull up after and they're all waving at JiDion. Like what? Like he's obviously trying to make a hit piece and he's like eating shit at it. Like what the hell are you talking about?
I find it funny that out of all the videos to make a video about me in, he decides to pick one where we didn't get the arrest, but the 3 before that, we literally got arrest in all 3 of those.
Yep.
So I just find it funny that he specifically picks the video that we didn't end up getting the arrest, and he specifically doesn't show any of the police presence. And later on in the video, I noticed another thing, but I'm gonna get into that later.
The clip that we're talking about today kind of caught me off guard because a lot of people have sent me JiDion's predator catching content, and really, if I'm being completely honest, I thought it was kind of some of the better stuff on YouTube when it comes to that genre. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, I still wouldn't call it like good necessarily. It has all the issues that all this kind of content has, but JiDion—
What are the issues? Like, have you stated one issue? You just keep alluding to the fact that they're doing it for the wrong reasons and you have issues. Like, what are those things? What are those things you're waffling about, gang? Come on.
And does seem to normally try and get what the police need to do something, and a lot of his videos do end with these guys getting arrested. Now, I don't know how many of them have actually been charged. It's probably...
He literally puts that out to the public. You could have just done your fucking research.
Not that many. Maybe
it's probably a significant amount, like a statistically significant amount, which would only have to be 5%. I'm willing to bet that it's more than 5%.
Yeah, I'm wrong on that. Correct me.
No, you're definitely fucking wrong, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
And please.
You see, if you're gonna be making a video critiquing me, I think it should be in the best interest, not even for yourself, but for your audience that doesn't know who I am, to at least do the bare minimum of research. But since you said, please correct me, let me help you out.
Thank you. Thank you. Because you were too fucking stupid or too fucking lazy to do a couple of thumb strokes over to the post section of his goddamn YouTube channel to check that shit yourself.
The majority of these videos do end with a guy in cuffs. He seems to generally take it pretty seriously. He's not just going out trying to like beat these guys up for fun. He confronts them professionally. It doesn't ever seem like he's really just trying to get a rise out of somebody for content. For the most part, it's pretty level-headed stuff. And as far as the genre...
So is your problem that the content is monetized while you're doing this fucking like crybaby act on a video that you literally have an ad on? Because like, what are you talking about? Is it the fact that he has like a membership site? Come on, bro. What is the problem?
I said it's some of the better stuff on YouTube, I think.
Thank you for the glaze, even though it was only for 20 seconds. And you know, you kind of did spend the first 5 minutes of the video kind of subliminally comparing me to the other people, you know, and we all know not everybody watches the entire video, but I do appreciate the glaze. But I do want to talk about
that's corny as fuck of him. There's just no other way to put that. That's very corny, Mr. Duck.
Video title, because the video title is "This Prey Catcher Has Went Too Far." You know, I made a similar video with almost that exact same title, but those prey catchers that I was talking about in the example that I used was literally a YouTuber shooting a predator in the face with a paintball gun and not calling the police at all. And then my other example was literally 30 college students setting up a 21-year-old with an 18-year-old, and when that 21-year-old met said 18-year-old, they then attacked him and called him a P3DO. So those are my examples for these prey catchers went too far. So I'm just so curious, what could I have done that could warrant that title in your opinion?
And I promise you, Mr. Duck did not make videos about those dudes at all.
I think a lot of these guys sort of get to a point where they almost start to forget what they're doing, and maybe that's what we're seeing here. I'm going to show you guys the clip in full, and then we're going to go through it.
Wait, hold on. You made a 15-minute long video about me because you don't like the meme ad that I used to promote my...
It's the fucking membership site that he has a problem with. Oh my God, bro. This nigga corny as fuck, bro.
A website that I use to fund my operations and pay my employees. So I got this whole video made about me because I put an ad in a prey catch video, and I guess he doesn't like that. But I also find it coincidental that you put an ad in a video about you not liking the ad.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Video.
But before we begin, I want to talk about...
But before we begin, wash your hair, motherfucker. God damn.
Today's video sponsor, My Heritage.
And I'm not dissing you on the fact that, you know, you put an ad in your video, get your bag. I just find it kind of weird that out of your last 18 videos, and you guys can go check, I counted, this is the only video that has an ad in it. So I just find it really coincidental that out of all the videos you could have put a My Heritage ad in your videos, you chose the video that you don't like an ad about. I don't know, I just find that funny, y'all. I just find that funny.
But I really can't help but feel like editing something like this and making something where you're talking about what JiDion's talking about here in this style is in poor taste. To me, it's just a genre of content that should be treated a little bit more seriously, because these guys are trying to catch these predators.
No, you know what's in poor taste? You're Karen bullshit. That's what's in poor taste, Mr. Duck.
It's a completely different thing than, for example, making a video where you make fun of somebody who was on the show to catch a predator. Because when you're watching that show, you know that those guys are fucked. That show was done with law enforcement. They all got arrested. Like, you knew.
JiDion's show is done with law enforcement. You just admitted that it's done with law enforcement. Like, so you're just mad about the membership site. That's what it is.
what was going to happen to him. For these guys, it's not really the same thing. Like, it's kind of weird to edit a video in this style when, like I mentioned earlier, you could just be making a significantly more safe, cautious, and aware predator who's going to be a more effective predator.
And you know what? You're totally entitled to your own opinion, and I'm actually going to ask my audience, do you guys think I should tone down the ad? Do you guys think I should just make it just, you know, just a regular thing? I want to hear what you guys have to think.
I mean, me personally, no, I don't give a fuck, but hey, whatever.
I don't know if Duck thinks I'm out here being like a mad scientist or something, creating super predators and stuff like that. But
it's
Duck,
so fucking
listen, my man, literally every single time we make these videos, we always get law enforcement involved. They get their names, they get all their information. If they make the arrest, boom, they're in the system. If they don't make the arrest, boom, they're still in the system because they're making reports on them and they're taking their phones and they're doing all this, yada, yada, yada. And then also on top of all that, we're then blasting their face out to millions of people so that way their local community or maybe wherever else they may go to knows what these people are about. So, you know, I don't know why you keep on saying I'm making super predators. It's hard to be a super predator when everybody knows you're a predator.
Like, we're talking about catching people who want to prey on children. Maybe limit it to one explosion effect? I don't know. Just a thought. Also, like, using EDP as like a meme in this advertisement seems like really, really poor taste, because that's like one of the biggest examples of how this stuff usually ends. EDP didn't go to jail. Nothing happened to EDP. Sure, he was banned off YouTube, but like, he didn't go to jail and then he got caught trying to do it again. Like, you're kind of exposing yourself here, guys. You're using the most famous example of why your content is kind of a bad thing and doesn't really work as a way to advertise your content.
Wait, are you serious?
You're kind of showing your hand there that you don't really care if these guys don't actually end up going to jail.
What are you waffling about, bro? He literally puts them in jail. Like, did you not bother? Of course he didn't do his research. If he's a fucking idiot, of course he didn't do his research.
Doug, how does it make any remote sense that I don't care about making sure that these guys go to jail because I use EDP as my advertising?
He's just saying shit.
The reason why I use EDP is because he is synonymous with being a P3DO.
Like, how could you not make that connection? It has nothing to do with this fucking reverse psychology shit that you just came up with. What is gang waffling about, bro? What are you talking about?
Because he made his name synonymous with being a P3DO. When you're a monster and you do something monstrous like that, your name's gonna always be associated with that. The same reason why we say Diddy all the time. Whenever you do something gross and disgusting, your name is gonna be associated with that. And I'm not gonna just let it fizzle out, you know? We're gonna make sure it lives on forever and ever. I know you probably want it to fizzle out and no one talk about EDP again, but I think we all should always talk about him because we all should remember what he did.
Thirdly, it seems like conversations between a predator and what they think is a minor is a really, really strange thing to lock behind a paywall. Like, why would you want to read that? I mean, you want to read the chats between a guy role-playing as a little girl or a little boy and a man who thinks that they are a little girl or a little boy?
That's not really the point. The point is so that people can go over the evidence themselves and support JiDion's efforts. Like, you're trying to make it about something it's not because you're seemingly jealous at this point is the only thing I can come up with, because I don't know what you're waffling about, because you like Chris Hansen, you know he works with law enforcement, so all that shit you're saying about them not getting arrested or them not getting convicted is bullshit. So it seems like, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't know how else to describe it. It seems like pocket watching, jealousy, and hating. Like,
why the fuck would you pay for that? Like, that's crazy behavior. Selling it is just as weird. Like, you realize that's what you're doing, right, JiDion? You're essentially selling child predator roleplay transcripts. That's weird, dude.
Is it though? I mean, in Chris Hansen's videos, he literally does the readings of what these guys are talking about. Is it weird to read that stuff? If I could make it free for the internet to read, I would, because it would just show the internet even more that these dudes are guilty. But YouTube doesn't allow that type of content on the platform. So I have it behind a paywall for only $4.45 a month, and people can read it and they can get a better grasp on, wow, this dude is even worse than I thought from what I seen in the video. I mean, this might be hard for you to realize, but not all 13,000 of my members on EDPWatch.com or subscribe to the website to read the chat logs or be in the giveaway or even to watch the extended early cuts and all that. Some of them literally just pay because they appreciate the work that we do and they want to support financially.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the chat logs is a very small portion of it. A lot of people just want to watch like the extended version or the uncensored version. There's a lot of stuff he has to cut out for YouTube. Like obviously it's like a fucking Patreon. Like the chat logs is like a perk. You get to see like the chat logs. You get to be wowed by a little bit more depth of evidence. Like it's not this big thing he's making it out to be. And I can't believe he's pitching it like anybody except his obviously delusional audience, because that's the only way this dude can have the balls to be talking like this, is because he's built an echo chamber where he's always the guy that's right, where he's this like genius Sherlock Holmes. That's the only place where you can pitch this and have it make sense, because nowhere else on the internet is what you're saying gonna make sense, Mr. Duck. Like lock in, bro, lock in.
I mean, I could say the same thing about why people would even buy your Patreon back in the day. Like, I don't know what you could have had behind that paywall that people wanted to pay for, but I'm guessing that they just wanted to support you. It just sucks that you took it down. So it's weird to read the chat log, but it's not weird to watch it on stream, right?
I can't go to jail. My life would be ruined.
Right.
Could be locked up for 20 years.
Yep.
And then you say, do you trim your blank?
Okay.
Jesus, Jeff.
Right?
And then the whole like Disney sweepstakes shit where it's like you can win a predator catching experience. Like, are you shitting me? JiDion fans got really mad at me the last time I said this, but I'm gonna say it again. I'd have a really hard time believing that like the average JiDion fan is an adult. If you just read through the comments on his channel, you can kind of tell that that's like not the case. Like, look, I'm gonna give JiDion the benefit.
I mean, a lot of people that are fans of creators on the internet are gonna be on the younger side, but I'm an adult and I'm a fan and I support him. So again, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about exactly, but carry on.
Fit of the doubt here and say that if he ever did this, that he'd probably make sure that it was an adult. But I mean, he doesn't say that in this advertisement, which you have to. So I don't know, man. That's just a little wacky for me. A little much. Again, even if he did say adults only, treating this as some sort of like fun, cool experience, like you would be me.
Oh, come off your fucking high horse. It's been your entire complaint has just been you high roading him. Like, bro, we get it. You feel morally superior to him because of insert obvious reason here, because you have no problem with Chris Hansen doing it, but you have a problem with JiDion doing it. I wonder why.
A person who wants to have sex with a child. Who the fuck wants to do that?
Every video that he makes about me, he has to always throw a shot at my fans. But to none the least, I do agree with him on this. The winner of the sweepstake is gonna be 18 or older. Like, I should have put that in there. It was in my mind to put that in there, but I'm gonna make sure in the next video that it is. So you are 1,000% right on that, Duck. But at the end of the day, what's weird about wanting to get a child predator arrested and also meeting your favorite YouTuber? I mean, you're a huge fan of Chris Hansen. If you want a giveaway to go do a catch with Chris Hansen, Duck, be honest with me. Would you tell him no?
To Catch a Predator might just be one of the greatest TV shows ever created. And I really think the fact that JiDion or his team or whoever put this together thinks that the average person would be interested in that enough to pay for it really sort of shows some true colors and is indicative of these guys not doing this for the right reason. You should not be having fun doing this. Reading chat logs from guys who have no issue exploiting and ruining the lives of children, meeting up with them, making jokes about it. These are not things that I think you should really want to do.
So Duck, you're mad at me for doing something that I know that my audience that love watching the prey catching videos would love to be a part of. Like, I mean, I know it's weird to you, but to shame a bunch of other people for wanting to participate in that, I think is a little bit beneath you, man. And I honestly thought better of you. All of a sudden, my paywall all of a sudden just discredits everything that I've done, and it automatically shows like, oh, yep, he's making money, so he's doing this for the wrong reason. Of course I have to make money. I have a team of over 20 people. That is how we're able to post 2 catches a week. We're traveling all over the US, Airbnbs, decoys, security, filmers, a whole bunch of editors. Yes, I need money so that way we can take care of all our people.
It's an entire production, you self-righteous prick. Like, did you think he was gonna do it with no money? Like, and if he can fund it with a goddamn Patreon type style membership site, what's the problem? Is the problem that it's successful? Or is the problem that insert reason here? We know what the reason is. We know because he likes Chris Hansen. He's got a problem with JiDion.
Because it's not just me doing the Lord's work. Everybody that works for me, I consider them the exact same way. And everybody that watches the videos and support, I consider that they're helping this cause too. So it's a problem when I have a paywall, but it's not a problem when your goat has a paywall.
There are more than 100 episodes on our streaming service, ad-free and uncensored at watchtrueblue.com.
Oh, the nail in the fucking coffin. Okay, I'm ready to say it. If JiDion was fucking white and his name was James Dean or some shit instead of JiDion, he would not have a problem with it. He would not have made this video. He would be glazing him right now. That's the truth, bro. I'ma just say it, because no one else is gonna say it. No one would have a problem with it. This duck, whatever the hell this nigga's name is, would not have a problem with it if JiDion did not look the way JiDion looks. If he wasn't a black man, if he wasn't African American, he would have no problem with it. But he got a problem with it. He got a problem with it specifically for that, because there is no difference. There is official. There is no difference between what Chris Hansen does and what JiDion does, except their goddamn skin color. That's it.
Use the code YouTube24 to watch them all for $2.50, or YouTube Year for $20 off an annual subscription.
Because it's not all that self-righteous shit you're talking about it's in poor taste, it's blah blah. No, they're literally doing the same thing. They just have different fucking dispositions, bro, and their skin color is different. So it's not the disposition, because Chris Hansen be telling jokes here too. He be telling jokes in all his videos. He be making fun of them after the fact, during, before the video, bro. Like, so cut it out and just say what you really want to say. It would have been better if you had made the video 30 seconds long and you said, I have a problem with JiDion doing it because he's black. You would have saved us all a bunch of time, nigga.
Maybe they're seeing it differently. I don't really know how you would. To me, there is no reasonable explanation on the planet as to why you would be trying to sell the chat and audio logs of child predators, and I don't think there's a logical or reasonable explanation for the people.
This deadpan self-righteousness shit makes my balls itch. Like, what are you talking about?
Buying it either. Everybody's weird in this. Well, guys, what do you think?
So yeah,
I think you should cut your mustache and wash your fucking hair. That's what I think.
Guys, he hit us with the weird allegations. Those are the one allegations that you just can never beat. So we just gotta pack it up here, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do not go and send him any hate at all. Genuinely, it is all love and everything. And a couple things I am gonna be taking into critique and everything, but mostly I wanna hear what you guys think. Should I tone down the ad?
I think fuck that nigga. Keep doing what you're doing.
Make it different. I want to know from my audience, not from his opinion. I want to know from you guys, because you guys are the ones that are supporting this cause. And so whatever you guys says goes. But man, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll be posting a catch this week. Peace.
All right, so JiDion been having a little bit of a gauntlet this week, bro. Posted like 5 videos or something this week. I mean, niggas been coming from him. He been 10 toes down like a motherfucker, bro. I cannot lie to you. Hey, all I can say is keep your crown on your head, my nigga. Like, you're a king, bro. I fuck with JiDion. I fuck with everything he's doing. That nigga is actually very, very corny. That duck guy, you are very, very corny. You're self-righteous. You obviously are very, very prejudiced. You're obviously a closeted bigot. You made a long-ass video to basically explain and expose that you are a closeted bigot. You could have just said that in like 10 seconds instead of making a long video about it. But hey, you gave JiDion an opportunity to further legitimize his authenticity. So we thank you for that, my nigga. So if you have any more ways that you'd like to do that, any more ways that you'd like to prove that you are an absolute dumbass compared to actually intelligent people doing good things for the community, please keep it up, Mr. Duck. Hey, JiDion, fuck that nigga. Keep doing your own thing. Let me know what you, the viewer right now, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. God damn, this was a gauntlet though, for real. 48 minutes. Sheesh. All right, peace.